use strong language to do
You have to
against
use
us.
strong language. Every once in a while, you have to use a certain word.
I think we have to join the house.
I mean,
So that's where he says Daddy has to use strong language.
And he literally there wasn't even calling him daddy affectionately. He was using it as that metaphor. No, I mean, using that as a metaphor, just like we all were.
Just like he used a metaphor. Trump used a metaphor in
for a
fact that he was talking
discipline,
about Israel and Iran.
Right, a disciplinary metaphor. You get your planes back here right now. How dare you? You're grounded. You're launching missiles. All they did is send one missile, and all of a sudden you're what you do to your sister.
Anyhow, that's about all I got, Matt. What else? I'm done.
You're done. Well,
we're done.
We'll do a quick review here
real
done. Quick, see if there's anything that we had left off with. Are summers in Florida difficult? Yes, we have air conditioning, but if you plan on doing anything outside at all, prepare not only to sweat, but sweat buckets until your shirt clings to you in a sopping mess. The wave of heat that whacks you when you open your car door makes you think, I've got to get into this moving oven, while the metal of the seat belt literally scalds your skin. The seat is too hot to sit on, and the dashboard is too hot to touch. I'm just happy to be back in the miserable state of Florida. I really hate this place. I hate it more than I hate most things. I'd love to get out of here. I really can't stand Florida. It's miserable. It's a great time in New York. No, I mean nothing really substantive.
You don't want to go back to New York.
Nothing really substantive of if you okay, Como a ex Cocal and Cuomo a I'll just do a quick. Nah, I won't forget it. Ex Cocal and Cuomo aide accused of working as Chinese foreign agents. White House outraged by new DC sculpture showing Trump dancing. Trump lawmakers react after the big beautiful bill clears the Senate hurdle. Oh, Elon Musk rips into utterly insane Trump-backed mega bill. Don't want to open up that can of worms. We're going to pretend like I have Israel and I have Elon Musk fatigue as well from that whole argument. Gave me PTSD. Let's not open that can of worms. Pretend that didn't happen. Trump threatens backing primary challenger against the GOP Senate. The only thing I would direct people at actually is that Thomas Massey interview that was, I don't have it's such a long interview, but Thomas Massey interview with Theo Vaughn, which dropped the same night that Trump was bashing Thomas Massey. I just want to say this. Okay, although my Trump meter, it's high today. We're at a 94% humidity rate or 94% Trump approval faith rating right now. When I read that, it went to 0. Trump, you don't have the right or the privilege or the respect earned to come against Thomas Massey or Ron Paul. Only people who don't even know what the word libertarian means and weren't in the foundational crew of people who put you in the office would respect such a sentiment as what you say. You better watch your language when referring to our fathers of the libertarian faith. You are disrespectful in a manner of which is unbecoming of the president who was put in by MAGA conspiracy libertarians such as myself. We have no choice, and if we have to choose between you and Thomas Massey or you and Rand Paul, we do choose you. Please do not take advantage of that fact by disrespecting people that have legitimate grievances and are very articulate in how they communicate to you kindly, wishing that you would do different things in regards to the federal deficit, so on and so forth. You don't have permission from me or any of the MAGA base in order to disrespect the people in Rand Paul and Thomas Massey as you have It's bullying. You're bullying them. You're bullying us because you know that if we had to choose between them right now, that you've done more for us than they ever have. But that does not give you the privilege to be so insanely disrespectful. That's what I have to say. I don't know if you watched that video.
Yeah, no, I didn't. But you said libertarian faith. I think you just mean like libertarian political party. I think that's what you meant. I just wanted to make sure people understand what you're saying. Yeah, this whole thing about Rand Paul, like I
Well,
get it.
let me just rephrase
you know.
that then. Before we had a MAGA faith, meaning we have hope that MAGA is going to represent a restore of constitutional values. Before such a thing existed, before we had a Trump hope for restoration of constitutional values, the only thing that represented that United States was not the Republicans, but that hope was the Libertarian Party, the conspiracy theorists that built the foundation that we stand on today in MAGA. The only people that ever called out the neocons, said that the Republicans and the Democrats are two sides of the same coin, was people like Thomas Massey, Rand Paul, his father Ron Paul. So a lot of hope has been invested throughout the years that was never realized through libertarian philosophy, that Trump knows that was realized by him and by his prowess, and he gets all respect. But I don't think he should be disrespecting us in that regard, because they're certainly not disrespecting you. They're talking to you very plainly and kindly. And to say that you're going to run a contender to get him out of his districts in Kentucky, I mean, that makes my meter go. I mean, that really irritates us, man. Your only people that you're catering to are zero IQ MAGA supporters that have no history, that literally are probably voting for you just because they're like the ones who are like, yeah, bomb Iran. They're the ones that listen just to Fox News. They're the ones that are like white supremacists and stuff, or whatever the heck it is, racist, like where my family comes from. That in many ways, we were just sick of, who was the border situation. So these are your low propensity, low IQ voters that you're appeasing by saying that, and you're just ticking all the rest of us off. So please, thank you so much for what you've done. Appreciate you. Again, you've done more for us than they ever have, but please stop dividing us. And you know what we're going to say when you threaten to get these people out of office, when you're sitting there backing scum like Lindsey Graham. Don't feed us